Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Kingdom Youth Network. I do hope you're having a good day. I'd like to provide you with training today, and our topic for today is faithfulness in finances. And you probably never think about faithfulness and link it to finances. Most times when people think about faithfulness, you're probably thinking about relationships. But guess what? You do have to learn to be faithful in finances. Why? Because there's an ancient text that says money answers all things. And so if you want to be someone who has access to money, who has a good relationship with money, you have to learn to be faithful in finances. And you might think, oh, I'm just 18 or I'm just 14. I don't need to learn about being faithful with finances. That's quite wrong. I have news for you. You have to learn how to be faithful with finances, and it starts whilst you're young. It starts whilst you're a teenager. It starts while you're a young adult. It's never too late to learn, of course, but the younger you are listening to this video, the sooner you can start to take action and learn to be faithful in finances. Why? Why must you learn to be faithful in finances? Because when you start to practice from a young age, you're creating a habit. You're training yourself to handle money properly in the correct way. You're training yourself to handle money the way it should be handled and not allow money control you. So how can you learn to be faithful in finances? What are the things that are involved in being faithful in finances? Where I'll give you some pointers. So when you're learning to be faithful in finances, it's important that you consider and think about savings. Are you the kind of person who spends every bit of money that you get? If you get £20, you spend it all. You get birthday money, you spend it all. £50, £100, you have nothing. Nothing saved. You have no understanding of what it means to save. I'd like to interrupt that flow and introduce you to the concept of savings. When you receive a gift, any money that you receive for chores, whatever you do, however you come about the money, honestly, of course, do please make an effort to at least save 10% of what you get. Just save it, put it into an account that you have no access to, or ask your parents to open an account for you and maybe leave and not give you the card if you feel you're going to spend it. So there are things that you can do to protect the money. You can give it to your parents and ask them to save it for you, or ask them to open up an account and you put the money in, and then you can watch the money grow. Why is it important to save? Because when you save, you're disciplining yourself. You're teaching yourself to create a nest a nest egg, or a fund that you can actually go to when perhaps an investment opportunity comes along. Perhaps you find a house that is going for cheap, and you find that you've been saving all these years, and now you're in your early 20s and you're in the position to purchase a house for yourself. Wouldn't that be great? But it starts whilst you're young. It starts as a young person. You learn how to save, and you create that discipline, and that will follow you into adulthood. Another way that you can be faithful in finances is by learning how to budget. So budgeting essentially means writing down the amount of money that you have to spend in a given month or in a given week, and allocating certain sums to that budget with a little bit spare, and ensuring that you stick with your budget. So it's an important practice to have, because perhaps when you decide to get married when you get older, your spouse, if they've been in the same practice, then both of you can actually build together and spend some money, save some money for business, for investments, for whatever. It's an important habit to have. Another area that you can actually be faithful in finances is by generosity. I know it might seem to contradict the whole concept of saving and budgeting, but actually it does not. Because when you are generous, you can actually write it into your budget. You can actually pencil it in, or just allocate a certain amount of money that you're going to give to people who are less fortunate. What does that do for you as it relates to being faithful in finances? What it does is that it opens up your heart to the plights of others who are in less fortunate positions than yourself, and it allows you to be the boss of money and ensures that money never controls you, that you never compromise yourself just because you want to get money. You never compromise your values, you never compromise your integrity, you never sell yourself out just to get money. So when you learn how to save, you learn how to budget, you must also learn how to give. So just let the money go, let some money go. I don't mean give it all away, but have a portion of money that you just say, okay, I'm going to give this to people who are homeless, or I'm going to give this to whoever it is. Just give. And so these are the three areas that if you focus on, it can teach you how to be faithful in finances. I know that not everyone has been exposed to savings and budgeting and even the concept of investments from a young age, but that's okay. There's the whole concept of nature over nurture. So you might not have it in your surroundings right now, but you can always learn. So have a look around you. And if you are in a surrounding whereby there is no education about money, money is not being used properly, there's no discussions about savings, budgets and investments, giving. Think about it. Think about the environment you're in right now, and then ask yourself this question: is this the kind of environment that I want to create for my life as an adult and for my family? If the answer to that question is yes, then ignore everything that I've said. But if the answer to that question is no, then please do listen and start practicing today. It doesn't have to be huge amounts. It could be £5 here, £2 there, £10, a pound, it doesn't matter. But the important thing for you to do is that you start learning and you start putting it into practice. It could be you're giving £1 away, £2, £3. Again, it's not the amount, it's about your heart and your position and perspective as it relates to money. So learn how to save, learn how to budget, and learn how to give. Okay, these are my thoughts for you today. Please feel free to share this video with whoever you think needs to hear it. Until next time, from my heart to yours, do take it easy. Bye.